And of course, the donation goal is screwy again. Why is it being screwy? Hey, everybody. One second. All right. So let's do a quick test to see. Are we still delayed or are we okay now?
Howdy, Spyro. If we...
Hey, Thunderfro, how's it going? Still delayed? What? Okay. How is it still delayed even now? Okay. Why is it still delayed? Okay, let me try something. Okay, I want you guys to let me know. Is this better than it was before? Or is it about the same? There might still be a delay, but is it better or worse? No change. Okay, so some are saying it's worse, some are saying it's better. Okay, let's try doing this then. Okay, let's try the... Okay, how about this? Better or worse? Better, worse, or same? Worse, much worse. Okay. Same in my opinion. Same. Okay. Okay. So it was set to 100. The first change it did was 50. Some people said kind of worse, and then other people said not really much of a change. Then I just shifted to 250, and some are saying same, and then some people are saying worse. Okay. Let's try. Okay, so then let's try. Let's try that. If there's a change, it's typically good. Is that any better, same, or worse than before? Okay. You haven't missed much. All right, let's try this. Is this better or worse? I'm gonna change it. Oh my gosh. Unfortunately, the same. Ugh. Why? Why would it be out of sync? But you see, I thought it was that hot shot, but I completely shifted programs. We went from OBS, we're back to Streamlabs OBS, and it's still problematic. And that's where it's like, okay. No delay for me. Okay, hold on. Let me try something else. Hold on. Goodness gravy me, oh my. Tech support with CGE. That's what you guys want to watch. Spyro? Who needs Spyro when you could just have tech support with CGE? Okay. Any better? Or is it worse? I'm so invested in this. I hope so. Nope. Nope. Not even a difference? Not even. Great. Seems slightly better, but not noticeable. Okay. Hold on. Then in that case, let's do something a bit dramatic then. All right. This may ruin things. Bear in mind. But I have to elicit a massive change. Okay. Let's try this. Okay, we got a lot of people saying better. If anything, this is tolerable. I have the sync offset to minus 950. It can't go any lower. It can't go any lower. I tried. Minus 1,000. I can't. 950 is it's like cannot tolerate anymore. Now I'm getting slight bit of lag in my emulator too. My gosh, it'll work. Roll with it. All right, we'll roll with it. We have not had a good week. This has been a week of things. It has been a week of things. And at this point, I'm like, you know what? You know what? Basically, you know, YOLO. I just... Dad Jokes donated $1 through Streamlabs. Thank you so much for the first donation of the stream. I finally done it! I have a zoo and a private yacht, but unfortunately I couldn't get a mega mansion because I ran out of Lego. Badunch. Wait, we can... Hold on. Let's see if these work. I'm curious if these still work. Hopefully you guys will be able to hear them. Can you guys hear that? Sad kazoo. Yay. So listen. We do have most of our sound effects back with some new ones. Ow. So that means we can do the victory donations once again for the $100 donations. You'd be like, yay!
Well, Spyro, today is your lucky day.
Oh.
The wizards and I have worked out a little deal. If you simply pay a small toll, they'll be happy to raise these steps and let you pass.
A small toll.
You have chosen wisely, Spyro. I'll tell the wizards to raise the steps immediately. And best of luck rescuing that princess, or whatever it is you're up to.
Thanks, Moneybags. But yes, resuming the conversation we were trying to have earlier. Ow. Resuming the conversation we were trying to have earlier. I do genuinely believe that we are not going to be leaving 2025 without officially hearing word of Spyro. I don't think. I would be very shocked. And it would mean one of two things to me. That either development has been significantly delayed, or the game is much, much, much bigger than we anticipated. That's where I'm kind of at mentally. But there's another thing too that I think that might also be involved with the thought of the game. So, when Spyro Reignited came out, what was the #1 platform to play the game on? Number 1. Very easy answer. Very easy answer. The answer is PlayStation. Do you know what the second largest was? Nintendo Switch. Even though Xbox launched before, still, Nintendo Switch beat out PlayStation, or beat out Xbox. Elena donated $5 super chat from Grandma. $5 for Friday, $5 for today. She's watching. Say hi, everyone. Hi, thank you so much. Dad Jokes donated $1. I was bad at being a counter for the British sheep census because I nodded off halfway through counting sheep. It's funny. I like that. Thank you so much for the $1 Dad Jokes. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But yeah, overall, I think that the Switch 2 may be a thing that they also might be sitting and waiting on. Because what we've seen thus far is that Xbox wants this thing on as many consoles as possible. We've seen that with Tony Hawk, because Tony Hawk literally is literally coming out for every console and platform you could potentially possibly imagine. Like, I was shocked how many. Spyro 4 Switch 2 launch title? It depends on when the Switch 2 launches. When does the Switch 2 launch, right? When does it launch? I don't know. But the reason why we may not have heard of it yet is because they're waiting for the Switch 2 to be announced, and then they would announce it. That's a potential...
There is no time to lose.
That's a potential wrinkle. That's a potential wrinkle. But that, I don't know. And I don't even talk about that in my video. However, I digress. Point is... Elena donated $5 super chat. Second $5 for Grandma. Aw, thank you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. We love and appreciate that. Thank you. I have right now, I'll tell you what worst case scenario I have set for that Spyro video. Worst, and I'm saying worst case scenario within like the realm of even if like everything went well, worst case scenario is summer 2027. But that is literally like worst case. So much so I don't even think it like
According to
it's
legend,
possible.
there's a golden goose at the top of this here mountain.
Like in the video, I'm gonna be like saying here are the windows. Here's the most likely. Here's the least likely. 2027 is the least likely. Like that is. Yeah, that is worst case scenario, and I don't even think it's likely. Like I don't even think it's likely it would happen. But it's there as a just in case something blew up, right? That's kind of my the thought of the reason why I have that listed is, okay, something blew up somewhere. Something somewhere blew up and had to, like, go back, delay everything a year. That's what that is. It's, all right, something broke. Why? That's essentially what that is something broke. What happened? Just give me a second here. Hey, LGBZ, how's it going? One eternity later. Also, the earliest we could see it, the earliest is, yeah, building caught on fire, no one pressed the save button, all data was lost. Yeah, that'd pretty much be it. You know, the Amir donated €5 through Super Chat. Summer Game Fest 2025. This would mark 2 years since Team Rumble, which is a reasonable gap for a new game reveal, I hope. You are correct. You are correct. In fact, I would go as far as soon as April 1st hits, we're in Spyro mode. As soon as April 1st hits, we are in Spyro mode. That is... And here's the stressful part about being... And I know this might sound funny, but it's true. Here's the stressful part. We won't know until... Hold on a second. Why am I forgetting how to do this? Jeez, should have forgotten this. Once we do this. But yeah, as soon as we hit the start of April, we are now in, okay, be on the alert. Dad jokes donating $1. I went to the chemist to pick up my prescription, which was much better than going to PC World, as their tablets were really hard to swallow. Tablets were really hard to swallow. Ah, it's awful. I love it though. Thank you. Thank you so much for the terrible joke. But thank you. Alright, I'm struggling with this. Why am I struggling with this? I shouldn't be. I should know this already. I should know this. I'm just kind of overwhelmed with the... Right now, in my brain, I'm thinking about... Right now, in my brain, I'm thinking about that video that I gotta make because there's so much information in it that I had to put together, and I'm trying not to spoil it, but at the same time, I do want to talk about it. April to August, I'm going to say this. If Game Awards 2025 comes and goes, and by that time, we haven't heard anything official, I would be very shocked. But, oh, that's why there's a yellow seed there. I couldn't find the yellow seed. That was the problem. I was like, where's the yellow seed? There it is. It's right there. I don't know why I couldn't see that yellow seed for some reason. But yeah, welcome to, we are now in, alright, pay attention to social media posts. I gotta pay attention to the mail. I gotta pay attention to everything. And I do mean everything is the April. April is the start of, alright, stay frosty. It's, gets the second dragon. I would love that. I would laugh so hard, and it would be hysterical. But I digress. The point is. Dad jokes donated another $1. I really wanted to get the Operation board game for Christmas. Unfortunately, there was a 5-year waiting list. I get that one, and I like that one. It also hurts.
I found this egg on the way up here. I think it was laid by a golden goose. We'll have to keep going. We're almost to the top.
I'm in your fridge eating your eggs. Get out of my eggs!
Doing great so far. Why don't you take 2 more seeds?
Oh, yeah. Before I forget, because of all the technical difficulties, just want to let you know that we currently have a deal going on our Etsy store. When you spend $35 American, you get free shipping. That's right. $35, free shipping. That's a great deal. And in that order, you can now get nerds. We finally got them printed. We got 4 colors. We got blue, we got red, we got purple, and we got pink. We got 4 different colors of nerds. 4 of them. I do believe if you were to buy one of each color, you would get free shipping, I think. Don't quote me on that, because I literally posted these before the stream started. But yes, we finally got nerds. They're really cute. I think they're really cool. And they're on for an affordable price. I think they're on for $13.99 Canadian, which is like, hold on. If we were to go CAD to USD, let's see how broke we are. Here we go. $10, less than $10. So for $10 American, you too can have yourself a nerd. For $9, $9.77. Thanks, United States. Thanks, transfer rate. Again, spend $35 on anything in the shop. So in grand total, if you spend $35, you get free shipping. Ronald, donate $5 super chat. Do you think Sony might make a deal with Microsoft for some PS exclusive content like skins and such, since it looks like PS and Xbox are getting better? No. Is it treasure? They are. I haven't listed them yet, but I do have them. I knew I was forgetting something. I'll try to post them and get them ready for tomorrow's stream. But yes, if you spend $35 US, you get free shipping. Here. Boing. Oh, come on. In either November or December, you'll have another little fan. Number 3? Is that number 3? Oh my gosh! Congratulations! Ah, we did it. Moneybags gem bag, using the gem bottle as a base model but making it wider. You would have to have a solid maybe. Solid maybe. Solid maybe. Could do that. Great, now you're making me want to quickly run off on stream and quickly just maul this up. Dang it. But I can't. I'm streaming. I don't want to be like, hey guys, we're going to pause the stream because we got to make a money bags. We got to make a money bags thing. Yep, number 3. Ah, congratulations! That's not the flower I wanted. I don't want this either. Yuck. Of course we would sell it for a small fee. We'd have to. Oh, good gravy. You saw me reaching for the clean. It's like, oh. 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 Okay. Okay. Chat. I know we've already taken a bit of a detour, but are we willing to take just a quick, just a small one, just one more small detour? Are you willing to do this with me? Just a quick little detour. Probably because now it's been put in my head from Hot Shot. And I can't get it out of my head now. So, we're going to do this. Okay. Real quick. If you can give me 10 minutes of your time, we might be able to get something started. All right. Let's do this. Okay. What we're going to do is we are going to quickly make a brand new product. Real quick. So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go like this. We're going to go like this. And we're going to go bippity boppity boop. After we go bippity boppity boop, we're going to go like this. We go like this. Go like this. Straighten that out a bit. That should be pretty fine there. All right, here we go. Let's give this a shot. So what we're going to do is that we're going to basically make these gems, but we're going to do it a little bit different. So we're going to do it like this. Then all I'm going to do, go like this, just like that. That's about close to half, maybe. Like that. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Go like this, go like this, go like that. Okay. Then what we're going to do, go like this, go like, nope. Go like this, go like this, go like this. Take this, go like this. Just give me a second here. Looks pretty good. Okay. What we're going to do is that I'm going to do this. Just give me a second here, chat. It's almost like a speed run. I'm gonna quickly clean these up real quick, just to make them just a little smoother. That's all. A little smoother. Also, when we spline these, it'll also kind of auto-correct some of these weird edges. So, like that. Not my favorite. So what we're going to do then is what we're going to do is like this. We're getting close to done, guys. There we go. Okay. And just to make sure, we're going to kind of make sure, give a little bit more of a space here, because when you're printing, if it's kind of too close, it's not going to be too happy. So we're going to kind of just trim this up a little. Just a little bit. Just to kind of make that a little bit better. You know what I mean? Almost done, chat. Almost done. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this, and then we're going to go like this, go like this. Transform, flip horizontal like so. Three. Yeah, that's good. Okay. So watch this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we got this. We're then going to go export. We're going to export as. We're going to export this as a PNG, but what we're going to do is we're going to drop the background file. Export as PNG. I'm going to hit export. We are then going to go to my 3D printing folder. Spyro keys. Where is my bottles? Where are my bottles? Okay, whatever. Export. Money bags. Money bags. Gem emblem PNG. Okay. So that's done. Now let me show you a cool tool that I use. It's called Vision Cortex AI. And what it is, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? No, that's not it. What the heck? Where on earth is it? Wait, hold on. Is it Vision Cortex? That's it. It's Vision Cortex, not Visual Cortex. Okay. There we go. I thought I was going crazy there. I was like, huh? Okay. So then what you basically do is that this is a converter that what you do is that it's for free. It's completely free. Go here, money bags, gem emblem PNG. And what's going to happen here, we can choose which one we want. We'll go with that one. And here's what's happening, is that now what this converts it into, so this converts it into what's called an SVG automatically. To keep myself organized, we're going to throw this into the same folder as our money bags. We're almost done, actually, ladies and gents. Like so. And now it's time for the magic. Where then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go to Orca Slicer. We're going to open this up. Get that slammed on. And then we're going to see how long it'll take to print and how much we would price it for. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Let's go. Cancel. All right. So you can see here we have a whole bunch of stuff open. And what we're going to open is this. So we have a whole... I was testing with a whole bunch of different size of bottles to see which ones I liked. And these ones were the best. Best size. We have big ones too, but if anyone wants them, and we have itty bitty ones too. But what we're going to do is we're going to take one of these, go Command C, go here, go Command V, and we'll go File, Save Project As, and we're going to call this, go down here and go put it into the money bags. Money bags. Now, money bags only has two colors. We're going to drop one of these colors. We're going to go with this. We're going to go with a bamboo basic. And then we're going to make this kind of tan. Kind of brown. Like a very... There we go. Perfect. There we go. And we're going to go here. We're going to go with the Erase All Painting. Back to there. See, the problem here is that we got this lip here. I'm not crazy about that, but don't know if we can fix that right now. But so what I'm also going to do is I'm going to kind of make this slightly oblong by doing this to kind of... Not that, no. It's a little, I think that's a little too oblong. Maybe just a little bit that way. Just a little. And maybe back this way. Just a smidge. Just a smidge. Okay. Now, remember that emblem that we made? We're going to add an SVG. Open. Bada bing. Go whoop, like so. Make the depth not so depthy. Then what we're going to do is that we're going to go here, go to Objects, and we're going to take these and we're going to combine them, assemble, take this, lift, rotate here, rotate down, like so. I'm going to take this, slide it over to here, 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 lower it a little bit, go here. We've got to just get the right size for it. Almost done, guys. Come on, just gotta find the right position to get it right. Once we get that, we'll be golden. Okay, I think I know what I gotta do. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're then going to go paint. Change that second color to green. Do we want the... Yeah, we'll go with that. Just real quick, almost done, chat. Almost done, almost done. Like so. On the inside there too. So we got sort of a Moneybags-esque bottle here. Let's slice the plate. Let's see how long it would take. 8 hours and 45 minutes for one. Oh, Nelly. However, how long would it take for two? 12 hours and 24 minutes. Okay. There's 176 filament changes. That's probably why. So if I were to do a plate of these, Command V, because the more you put on a plate, the more you would get. So if we did 6 of them, one day, 2 hours and 36 minutes. Whew. It's a while. That is a long time. Do I have enough space to pull these back a little? I think I can. if you do them on their sides, you're going to have a flat back. If you have a flat back, then it's not going to look nice. It's not going to look right. That's at 15%. Okay, that might be, we might be able to fix that then. Go here. We'll go with a 10%. Slice plate. We also are going to have to turn on the prime tower. I don't want to, but I kind of have to put that there. Oh, we love Bluey. In this household, we love Bluey. So as is, just like that, this print would take 25 hours to do that. So 25... Oh, my phone's dead. So in Canadian dollars, that would mean we would have to go... So one of these would translate, for it to be kind of worth it. These would be approximately $40 Canadian for one of them, and if we were to print it like that, just like this as is, it'd be $40 Canadian, which translates to no, wrong way. $27.93 American. So, yeah, so basically $28 American for one of these, or $40 Canadian, would be the price. So I don't know if that is appeasing to anybody, if anybody would be paying that much. What do you do with the support material once you remove it? Until we get a better thing. Until we get a better method of recycling it, we unfortunately throw it out. Oh, absolutely, Christopher Williams. We could easily do that. I am open for custom commissions as well. If anyone is interested, I can get some things set up. More private commissions and stuff if there's a very specific thing. If you're like, hey, I want this, but done this way. Okay, then we can figure it out. But yeah, that would be to print that Moneybags specific model. It would be charging on Etsy about $28 American. Yes, those are the we do have. Oh, come on. I would like to make a commission for a relic that looks similar to the PS1 version. Is that possible? The Crash Bandicoot relic? The original Crash Bandicoot relic? I can see what I can do. And I think the overall answer to that is yes, Gaming Buzz. I think we can work something out. I always hated this one in particular for some reason. This one always bugged me. Yeah, because I remember always come up short. And I think the deception is that it's a jump pad here. And it's not a, yeah, okay, I remember now. Okay, yeah, we need to go back and grab another mushroom. There needs to be three mushrooms. Yes, the Drew Gamer. We have quite a bit of other stuff in our Etsy store. Drew Gamer. We have crystal dragons. We have orbs. We have a whole bunch of stuff. Actually, I was going to do a batch of crystal dragons after this. I was trying to get a batch of crystal dragons up before the stream started, but ran out of time. I made technical difficulties, so that was fun. Yes, and I have batches of Spyro gems. Also, eventually, we're gonna be getting these up too. I gotta print a whole bunch of these. I'm gonna print a whole bunch of these. So, yes, if you want to reach out to me on, Discord or Twitter, and you want to reach out and say, hey, I'm looking for this, that, and the other, I can try to get you guys set up. And then we go over here. This. Yep. Only thing I won't do for commissions is like not safe for work stuff. That's a hard no. Not safe for work. We ain't gonna. Hate these bloody mushrooms. But even if you want something done that's like not Crash or Spyro related, dang it. Yes, there's a link to the Etsy page in the comment section, but there's also a link in the description below as well. Ape Escape helmets? Not yet, but potentially. Here's a prototype that I made before. We do have Ape Escape helmets that we may be bringing to the store if anyone's interested. If anyone wants an Ape Escape helmet. Oh, come on, man. Through private commissions, I can, because you would be using me as a printer. You'd be using me as for private use, so that if you wanted me to, if you found a model online that you specifically wanted, and it was copyright, because you're using me privately, yeah. Okay. Camera, turn. Shocked you the most? Oh, Okami was a shock. I'm trying to think of what was my biggest shock. So close. Why is this mushroom significantly higher? What percentage of Spyro 4 will be coming out? I mean, I would say 98%. And I say 98% because you say 2% for failure, right? But there is some, I was hearing through the grapevine that I didn't go research it yet, but somebody else is now claiming that Spyro 4 is in development as well. So now it's not just me saying it. I'm not just some crazy person. Why are you being such a butt? The PS1 we have to use it as an end table on the platform. So, yes, I could, Elena, but it would be pricier because that's a big ask. The PS1 crystal drawing is big enough to be used as an end table on the platform, preferably. So the problem is like trying to figure out how to ship that too. That would be something. But yes, we could potentially do it, but it would be expensive because you have to realize you have to print it in parts and pieces, put it together, and sand and paint, right? Apparently 2 people have said it's coming out. Oh boy, there's 2 other people now? Boy howdy. If you have like an article or something, Caroline, if you could DM it to me, that'd be great. Yeah, I was trying to cheese it a little bit there. If you have an article or something, I don't know, and you just DM it to me so I can just read it just for my own personal sake. But I can't say what I know. Perfect! That would be great. I won't, don't worry, I'm not going to read it on stream. Okay. Done! Done and dusted. Blah! Blah! Get this mission up. Push this mission away!
At last, I found a legendary golden goose.
Golden goose!
Its eggs for a souvenir.
If we were to do a classic dragon as a piece for an end table, we wouldn't be able to do it with the platform. We could do a platform, but not the platform, because the original platform is wider than the dragon. If you want it to be an end table, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be big. Hey, Doc, how's it going? Yeah, I'm sure you get told, yeah, what's up, Doc? Alright. So is that everything in this level? Or in this side mission, at least? I think so. Let's get out of here. I hate that jump. I've hated that jump before, and I hate it now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, that's right. We also are live over on Twitch because I got this set up semi-properly-ish. I forgot about that. Let me get this open. I forgot about having Twitch open. There's probably viewers over there. There we go. Insomnia Aaron. Quick helloing question. Have you played WWE 2K25? I've been on it so much recently. I have not. I have not. I've played and beat through the one campaign in 2K24 and finished first in my GM mode. Yep, so it's rapid season. Top season, I say fire!
I just saw Prince Azrael run into the castle. We have to stop him before he reaches the princess.
Would I prefer a new Spyro villain or a returning one? That's a good question. In my personal pitch that I came up with, I had stated that I thought it would be better for a new villain to show up. But I'll be honest with you, it would be nice to see, you know, old villains come back as well. But I don't want the whole, oh, it's a reunion to hate on Spyro, and it's just with the, you know, the corny, cheesy, blah. No, I don't want that. But if maybe one of them came back, and there was also a new villain to team up, I think that would be cool too. Because you have to realize too is that you want to give a chance for people to.
Princess just the dreamiest. The other fairies and wizards won't let us get married, so we're going to elope. By the way, Azrael says you can have this egg if you don't tell anyone where we went.
Jeez, Princess Amy sounds a bit breathless. Again, y'all maybe have heard me say this numerous times, but I am not going to shut down a good idea, right? Because there are times where I heard a pitch or an idea and I'm like, I don't think that's going to work, and then all of a sudden, you know, Toys for Bob comes along and they just crank it out of the park. It's like suddenly, okay, no, it did work, never mind. You know, don't listen to me. Don't listen to me, because that idea not only worked, it was great, right? So there's that, right? So again, it's a matter of can the idea be executed well, right? So for example, if I sat there and I was like, I have this idea for a gigantic Spyro game. It's going to take 7 years to develop, and it would be the greatest thing ever. A part of me thinks that's not a great idea. Why? Because Spyro isn't a 7-year in development game. It's just not. It's a game that people, the typical fan, not you know, your diehard fan, but a typical fan is not going to want to wait 7 years for, or have a game be in development for 7 years, or even 5 years is, you know, up there. But some of these games that take so long to develop is ridiculous, and I don't think Spyro would thrive well as one of those games that are like, oh yeah, I can come up with the best idea and it's going to take us 7 years. No, right? It's what can you execute in 3 years? Spyro would be a good 2-3 year game. I would love to, but you know, I also don't want people to get sick and tired of Spyro either. But I digress. I wouldn't get sick and tired of Spyro, but the general audience might. Because if you only cater to the diehard audience, you're not going to make enough money to be able to make a second one. That's one of the biggest problems. Is that if you are just focusing on nothing but your diehards, the casual audience that makes the majority of the money that you make is not going to necessarily, you know, it's not really going to work with that. However, if, you know, you do something that makes the diehards happy and doesn't do much, or, you know, doesn't affect the casual fans, well, then you do well with that. You have to be able to have a game that's catered to casuals as well, because you want to be able to make a second game. You want to be able to make a second and third game because the casuals still make up about 90% of your player base. If you're like, yeah, because most people that are going to buy Spyro are going to be like, oh yeah, I like Spyro. Yeah, I really, and that's it. They're just like, yeah, I like Spyro. But then you have that 10% that are like us, like, oh my gosh, Spyro, right?
Good day, Spyro. I'd like to stay and chat, but I'm late for a,
We're the minority, right? But we still should be, you know, but Spyro fans should still be appeased, of course. You get what I mean?
Where have you been, James? We were supposed to meet in the temple an hour ago. And don't give me that old matters of national security line again.
The matters
I guess it
of
doesn't
national
matter.
security.
The whole temple is full of nasty cat witches anyway. We'll just have to call off our date. That is, unless you want to battle the witches.
I'll fight them to the death! Oh, Jonathan Terrell. I want to preemptively let you guys know that I believe it's next Friday's stream is going to be canceled. I am going to be trying to sometime this week get a makeup stream for the one stream that I already missed, but maybe I'll do a 8-hour stream to make up for the fact
just for show after all.
To make up for the fact that I'm going to be missing 2 streams because
there are still a lot more.
Next Friday, Jonathan is going for surgery, which, you know, I am nervous about, of course, as any father would be about their child. But he's going for surgery. He's okay. He's just getting his tonsils removed. But it's not it's still not fun surgery. We went through it with David. It sucked. It's not fun. Left, okay, one witch left, so we're gonna.
I must admit, James, I am impressed. There are still a few witches left, though, and this time they mean business. They even turned the floor into deadly blue ooze.
I'm not gonna be able to stream next Friday because, well, you know, now I gotta hit this last one to get the life. This is a skill point, but it also gives me full Sparks refresh. Let's go! Strategy in case you are having problems with this mini game. You need a full Sparks refresh. Activate skill point.
You did it, James. I knew you weren't the leader of the Hummingbird Resistance Movement for nothing. Now we have the temple all to ourselves. But first, I have a present for you.
Oh, jeez. I hope they get Stuart Copeland back for Spyro 4. That would be awesome. That'd be very awesome. Or at the bare minimum, do like the intro like he did for Spyro Reignited. Because Stefan Vankoff did do well. Like, genuinely, he did very good.
Hello, I thought you might be hungry.
Thanks. Did you bring any chips?
I'm sorry this happened, but I tried to warn you.
I had to help Spyro rescue the eggs.
You just don't understand. If we don't bring dragons back to this world soon, all our magic will be lost.
The dragons used to live here?
Yes. This was their original home. But a long, long time ago, the sorceress banished them to the other side of the world. She didn't realize the dragons were the source of all our magic.
Maybe I could convince the dragons to come back, if you let me go.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Bro, I met Tom Kenny 2 years ago at a Comic-Con. It was awesome. He went into his Spyro voice when all the kids were asking him for SpongeBob. Yeah, I mean, he has to expect that, where it's like, bye, ay. Okay. Time out. 1 second. Hold on. Wait. People are going to get mad at me. But here we go. Real quick. Take a look at this. My printers, my 3D printers, okay? Well, the company that makes them is called Bamboo. Apparently, the next printer, the new printer that they're making, I guess the full stat sheet just leaked for them. Apparently they just leaked. Hold on. Let me take a look here. Okay, what? When you think 3D printer, what's the first thing you don't think of? That. It's gonna have an engraving laser? What? Okay. It's a laser cutter? Okay. Operating frequency, Wi-Fi transmit, yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, but a semiconductor laser, cool. Engraving laser, height measuring laser. Ooh, that's cool. Next. H12 filter. VOC filtration, superior. Granulated coconut shell. Closed loop control. Optimal, superior, ideal. Why does it have 4 cameras? Why? Live view camera, nozzle camera, bird's eye camera, toolhead camera. Why is there 4? Why? Why is there 4? Oh, this thing's gonna be expensive. Ollie, I just donated $10. 3D printer fund enjoys you. Thank you. So you can look at it from every angle. Yeah. What on earth? Okay. FDM. Build volume. This thing's like almost 70 pounds. This thing's almost 70 pounds. What? Build volume, single nozzle. What? Single nozzle, dual nozzle, 2 nozzle. What? Why is... Okay. Dual nozzle and single nozzle. Why would... Is it like a mirrored printer where you could print 2 things at the same time as long as they're not... Okay, I don't know what... Dual nozzle, like the single nozzle makes sense. The 2 nozzles make sense. Dual nozzle, like... Okay. I know it has the dual nozzle technology, which I want. All metal, hardened steel, 350, include nozzle 0.4. Yep, goes up to 0.2, 0.4. Yeah, that all makes sense. Filament diameters. Texture PEI, textured and smooth, 120, tool head max, it's still 20,000. Okay, all right. Well, that's going to be expensive. I don't know what to do. Double the print. So what's cool about it is that if I do get one of those printers, I know that I'll be able to save a lot of money. Sounds like this thing would easily be in the $1,000 reason. Probably Hot Shot, yeah. And it kills me because I can't afford it right now. Honey, I'm home. Pew. Pew. Hey, Star 15, how's it going? After the speedway, I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. Gonna go do a nice big old blow in the nose because I am not feeling the best still. Also check in on my wife because we had an emergency chiropractic appointment yesterday. That was fun. We have not been having a good time this week. Heck, the past 2 weeks have just been like, hey, it's like, life's pretty hard, eh? It's like, yeah, life is pretty hard. It's like, should we make it harder? It's like, no. Can we not? These beavers or wherever they are, they're angry. Eugene Levy eyebrows. All right, new best time. Yay!
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, you're stopping in. How you feeling?
Oh, I feel a lot better.
You're not nauseous? Yay!
Yay!
I'm happy to hear that you're not nauseated anymore.
Tell everyone about our exciting week.
I've literally been saying it was like last week was hard, and it was like, you want it harder? It's like, no!
You tell them what happened.
Oh, but that you were crippled in the neck. I said that we had an emergency chiropractic appointment, which was about as fun as a bag of cats.
Horrible. Hey, but you know what? The people we saw were awesome. So the wife checked on you instead. What? You're checking on me?
Yep. Oh, because I came out. I said that I was going to go for a quick break and check in on you. And then you came in. So you're checking on me instead.
That's very good. If you've had like a... You haven't had yoga before, like, late sister night. Can make you feel nauseous.
Oh yeah, I once, like I said, I once had acupuncture on my back, and I felt like the room was going to spiral out of control.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, I don't recommend it for, you know what? No, I don't want to say that because I know some people who have sworn by acupuncture.
It can help people.
And it can help people.
If you know what you're doing, it can be great.
But if you're like the girl that I was dealing with where she slammed a needle into a nerve and I thought I was going to stop breathing, you know, that was fun. You know, 2 out of 10, I don't recommend. And she's like, "Oh, that's a sensitive nerve." And I looked at her with all the angst, you know, you could think of. You could have materialized my anger. It would have been laser beams spiraling out of control. Ha! Yeah. Yay.
But now I can't slouch, which is great. That works. Now I slouch and hurts.
So it's forcing you to
Sit like a lady.
Hey, Conky, how's it going? Ah, I was trying to get the racket, and I missed it. Really? I didn't hear squat. Yeah, you might just be fussing.
Why are you squatting?
Because it's a race. been a rough like 2 weeks, month, year, decade. Oh, you know, it's been, you know, you hear people say, oh, it's been a rough day, or man, it's been a rough week. You've never heard someone, you even heard someone say, man, it's been a rough year, but you've never heard anyone say, man, it's been a rough decade. Man, it's been a rough existence.
I've heard that.
You know what? I'm having a rough existence.
I'm sick. What?
Oh, baby awake. Oh, is that Jonathan? It all started when I was born. Alright. Well, I gotta go to the bathroom anyway, so give me a second here. That's 2 extrudes, 1 for structure, 1 for support. I recently got a new SD card for it because the old one went after 2 to 3 years. I mean, that means it lasts a pretty good amount of time. 70 pounds like actual weight or 70? No, 70 pounds like it's like it weighs 70 pounds. So, alright. We'll be gonna run to the bathroom real quick, be right back. Check out the nerds, they're in store now. Nerds! I'm gonna leave Honey Speedway baseline for you guys. Be right back. not die on the way, shall we? All right. Exit level. Okay. Back underwater. Go. So we did Charmed Ridge, we did Fireworks Factory, we did Frozen Altars. I'm missing one? I don't know. Probably up here. Hold on. Go. Oh no, Sparks has to continue doing. Is there a Stanley here? Stanley! How's it going, my friend? I hope you're doing well. Hey, Rebecca, how's it going? Hey, Adamwood. Hey, CG, what is your least favorite level from the OG 3 games? I played it last stream. What was the one that I was just like, I'm not a fan of this one. Elena donated $5 to Super Chat. Loading the love cans. Brace yourselves, everyone. Elena, thank you so much for the $5. And we're bracing ourselves. Which one was it that I was just like, I'm not crazy about this one. Hold on. Something special happened today. Wait till April 4th. Ooh! I'm excited. What could it be? This surprise that I did see. Was it Spooky Swamp? No, Enchanted Towers. It was Enchanted Towers. I do not like... Besides the dope skateboard section, which we exclude from there. Besides that, I do not like... Then the world feels so much bigger as a child. I think everything felt bigger as a child. Right? I think, you know, all these games felt like there was endless possibilities. That's one thing that I do miss about video games. I miss the secret exploration. Right? Like, I miss the idea of, you know, hearing about a secret and then doing it, and then most people not knowing, like most people, and then you tell people about, they're like, wait, what? And they go and they try it on their end, and they're amazed by it. That was something that was back in the day, right? Like that was something that was amazing back in the day. Now you don't get that, because almost like all the secrets of the game are out within a week, typically. The only game that I saw where there was like people still discovering secrets like a long ways later was Baldur's Gate 3. Right? Baldur's Gate 3, they're still discovering stuff, right? And interactions and stuff.
Be careful around these parts, little dragon. There be more ghosts in this here shipyard than I can shake me pick at.
Yep, use strength on the truck to catch Mew.
Mighty close to finding me treasure.
Yep, that's I've heard that one. Here's an old one. There was a theory years ago that there was a way to resurrect Aerith from Final Fantasy VII. That there was a way to bring her back. And my sister maxed out the in-game clock trying to resurrect Aerith. It was like a legend to her.
I reckon me treasure be this way, but we'll have to blast through this
L is real. That, yep, I remember that one. Hey, Mystic, how's it going? Actually, no, I could just go for the birds up here. Go for the birds! Burb. Oh, 2 for 1. Sparks! I need sparks. I have this on the ready, Justin. Ah! I would really like this cold to go away. I've had this cold for almost a week now, and I'm getting real sick and tired of it. Goodness gravy. Hey James, how's it going? These. Don't you love it when you yawn and you can hear all the fluid in your ears? Yeah, it just feels awesome. Go. Boom, shakalaka. No, Spyro has always been a really good, like a really high graphic fidelity game. I've always really enjoyed the design of it. Because like even years later, even though like yeah, it's not as like oh it's not as high def, no, but it's still just really good. Like it has its own look to it. By the way, how has the audio delay been on your guys' end? Has it been alright? Oh. Everything good here? Well, that's good. Fine so far. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I forgot to do that. I'm gonna have to look into that tomorrow. I'm gonna write that down too. Alright, so I kind of want to open up a discussion with everybody and ask you genuinely. So, what do we want Toys for Bob to do? Now, I'm not saying that, you know, it has to go this way. But if you were to sit down and think, what do you want Toys for Bob to do? Do you want them to just do a by-the-numbers, like, Spyro game? Like, hey, imagine Reignited version 2, like, you know, it's new levels and stuff, and it's just Spyro Reignited with new levels. And some new gimmicks and mechanics.
Would you look at that? Some fool hit a dang gun.
So you have Spyro by the numbers. If we were to be like, okay, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being almost identical to Spyro Reignited, almost 1-to-1, like very little waving in between, almost identical, like as if they were like, hey, we're going to almost be identical. We're not going to push the boundaries at all. That's 1. And 10 being, hey, we are going to overhaul this game so much that platforming is going to be a small aspect. It's going to make The Legend of Spyro look like a faithful recreation. So that's 1. Or that's 10. So 10 is we're going to completely overhaul the game. You're going to barely recognize it. And 1 being it's by the numbers. That's it. Like, it is like, hey, it is very much like, hey, what would Insomniac do? And that's it. I'd say 3 to 4. Okay, 3 to 4. So, Hotshot, you want them to play a little on the safer side, which is valid and fine. But you would prefer something a little bit more on the safer side. Between, I think I want them to pull a Crash 4 and take what works from the OG trilogy and expand on it. Okay. All valid. All valid. None of this is like I disagree. It's...
These here waters used to be my favorite diving spot. But I can't get any loot with these subs patrolling around. Think you can pilot this here sub I bought for scrap?
Right, sub, yes.
Alrighty then. I'll press the X button to speed on up.
Like it's in so with those
sights,
still 4 to 6. Okay. So what would you guys think, I know Caroline just said it, but what would you guys think if they went for a 6 out of 10? Would you trust Toys for Bob? If Toys for Bob were to come out and answer and say, yes, Spyro 4 is going to be, on what CG just said, a 6 out of 10. In terms of, from... a 6 would be pushing it. I'd still give it a try regardless. Yeah, I think most of us would still give it a try nonetheless. I think most of us. But what would you rank Crash 4 on that scale? I would say Crash 4 is probably like a 3. Probably a 3, maybe 4 at most on that scale. Yeah, the community is definitely torn on that. 3 to 5 for me. So you think 6 is pushing it, probably pushing it a little bit too far, which is fair. Three to 4.
Well, I'll be darned. You got some mean sub-driving skills. Why don't you have this here egg as a reward?
I'm good with between 4 to 6. So I feel like a lot of people are kind of in that realm
Well,
of
I
like
hate to
they
ask
don't
your
want
help
to.
again, but there be even more subs that darn come out of nowheres. If you could blast them, I could use this acid lake as my swimming hole again.
5 to 6.
Darn tootin'. Get on, little dragon.
So I think that Toys for Bob doesn't have... I think Toys for Bob has to go a little bit out of the comfort level of the nostalgia a little bit. Not a lot. Not like, oh, we're going to completely change the game. But I do think that at the same token of time, Toys for Bob kind of has to... I don't want to say make their mark, but at the same token of time, that's kind of a good way to describe it, is to be like, hey, this is,
Well,
you know, because I'm wondering is that if they turn around and just say, yeah, it's just classic Spyro with new gimmicks and levels and that's it, I think us diehard fans would love it, but I think a lot of people who are more of a modern fan of platformers might be like, oh, well, this is, you know, kind of, you know, slow for people who are not necessarily diehard fans of this genre. But Spyro has a name. Spyro has a name to be able to be like, even if you don't play a lot of these games, most people have heard of Spyro. Yeah, there needs to be modern ideas, but they do... I made him turn on his own. I never knew you could do that. I think that there has to be enough of a change to also attract modern audiences, but not so much of a drastic change that, you know, it deters away the original fans. But I do think that there's gotta be something. But I think that there's got to be a balance, because I know there's going to be people that are like, oh, there's too many new ideas, or, you know, it's not like the classics, or it's not like this, it's not like that. And again, it's a matter of as stream goes on, I feel like I'm getting worse. Why? Stop getting sick, please. I would very much appreciate not being sick anymore. Oh. Also, can I say, if anybody is nervous about, you know, toys, about maybe like being like, oh, I don't know if maybe if Spyro's going to be exclusive to Xbox or whatever, take a look at all the where is his last bloody sub? Am I crazy? Up here. Oh. There we go. It was up top. Got it. Jeez.
At last, the blessed lake is safe for swimming again. I wish I could reward
Now
you
let me ask
better,
another question.
but all I got left is this here other egg.
Let me ask another question. Do we want them to continue I do have a question. What was the question I had? Hold on. Gotta try to remember it. Do you want the game to continue? Would you guys want the game to continue right where Spyro 3 ended? Like, Spyro 3 ends and then boom. Or would you want it to be a bit more ambiguous? Like, just a bit more just the game begins and Spyro is chilled and relaxed. There's no necessarily like, after saving the dragons from Spyro 3, Spyro has been resting. No, it's just kind of ambiguous. It just opens up to, like, the game just starts and that's it. Or do you want it to be like, we acknowledge the events of Spyro 1, 2, and 3, and now we're going to, you know, let time pass after the events of Spyro 3. Okay. So you don't want a grown-up Spyro. So let's go to the next question then. Do we want to see a slightly older Spyro? Not a full-blown adult, but would we be okay if he shows up, he's got bigger wingspan, he's a little bit bigger, not as pudgy, a little bit more, I guess slimmed out, but I guess more chiseled, not quite as, you know, like, if we were to give Spyro an age now, let's say he's 7 now. Let's say he's like, no, we'll say a little old. We'll say like 10. Let's say Spyro is 10 right now. How old would you be willing to see him, I guess, in Spyro 4? Would you be okay with a more of a teenage? Something a little bit more of a teenage Spyro, or just entering that young, like 13, 14, like, you know, he's, or do you want him to stay? No, just keep him the exact same age, keep him the cute pudgy, cute baby pudgy dragon, and you're happy with that. You're happy with pudgy Spyro, he's just a cute baby. Is the teenage Spyro game, so yeah, no. It's also teenage Spyro with, it's also teenage Spyro with the redesign, right? Which, yeah, I gotta go do the skateboard bits. I gotta get access there. Teen Angst Spyro. Spyro 4 is Spyro exploring puberty. It's like, and you missed the mark by that much. So, I want dumb, sassy baby Spyro forever. That's fair? Is it possible if one day I ask in order of a custom dragon egg of my OC dragon with a symbol in the middle? Sure, I can do. Yeah, sure, I can do like OCs. Sure. Again, send me a message on Discord or on Twitter. Send me a DM, and we can work something out. I want the sass of Spyro 1 Spyro. That's fair. I don't think you can skateboard yet. Oh, that's right. Can I not skateboard because I need Hunter, who's currently locked away? Let's see what happens. Yeah, that's right. The sign's up. This is like, nah. Any news for Spyro 4 lately? Hopefully by next week you'll be able to hear an update. I do not like his voice in A Hero's Tale. I don't. I really don't. New info? Nothing official, but highly researched. Something that is had significant research behind it to give us an idea. Which, by the way, Caroline, if you can send me a DM, or if you already have, you may have already sent it to me, but if you can send me a DM of the info that you heard, let me know, because I'm interested. Alright, so let's go and go to the next homeworld, save Hunter, and then we gotta come back and do things and stuff. Alright, let's go. To Midnight Mountain! Oh, okay. You said, oh, whoops. Shows you how attentive I'm being.
That's it. I've had enough. I'm going to create a monster to end all monsters. And I'm going to send it out to destroy all the dragons, even the little hatchlings. Yes, yes! It will smash them and crush them and grind them and tear them. Oh, yes! Smear them and smoosh them and crack them and crease them!
But, won't that kill them?
That doesn't matter, as long as I can still collect their wings.
What? All this time you've only wanted them for their wings?
Of course, you ignorant girl. I need them for a spell, so I can live forever.
Wait a second. A spell?
What did you think I was going to do with all those dragons?
In the
Open
zoo?
a zoo?
You said just keeping them in our world was enough. You never said you had to kill them.
I don't have to kill them. It just stops them from wriggling so much.
You're terrible. I can't believe I ever listened to you.
Stupid, insolent brat. I'll take care of her as soon as I finish off that dragon. Now, where was I? Ah, yes!
No!
This might be our last stand, Spyro. The source...
What's that? I guess one of the links that Caroline sent me, Crystal Fissure says CG is right about Spyro 4 coming. I mean, Crystal Fissure is an OG, so let's like full stop. You know, Crystal Fissure, great guy, OG in the Spyro community. Lot of credit for him for YouTubing and with Spyro and stuff. I'm just curious what he said though.
Canadian guy.
All right, here we go. So streamed 5 days ago. Oh, Clipper clipped this. So I guess this is something that Crystal Fissure said. I don't know what he said here. I don't know if he does a swear here. I don't know if he will, but let's see.
Canadian guy 8, Spyro 4 incoming. It is. I'm telling you, it is. I am telling you, it is, Skater. I'm telling you, it is. He can I just say this? Can I just say this? While a little bit inebriated, he is 100% right about it. I know you believe it. I know you believe it, but he is 1,000,000% correct about Spyro 4. I don't know what more. I know I'm not saying it to you. I'm not directing it at you. I'm just telling you, he is 1,000,000%. I've said 1,000. I've said 1,000,000. He is 1,000,000% correct. Who he speaks to is legit. Who he talks to is legit. I can't give away who it is, but it is real people. It is people that know. And yeah, so anyway.
You gotta love Crystal Fissure. You gotta love it. He did say that he was. What was it? He said that he was slightly inebriated. Is that what he said? Well, it's nice to know that when Fisher is slightly inebriated, he's not. That guy sucks. I'm not kidding. No, I love Fisher. No, Fisher is great. Yeah, no. I really do like. I really do like Crystal Fissure. He's a really nice guy. And it feels nice, because I know that I got a lot of heck. I got heckled to death when I came out with my report and stuff. So, having a number of chats with Crystal Fissure, it's nice. It feels nice to have support, if that makes sense. Yeah. Don't touch me, don't touch me, don't touch me. Ooh. I'm gonna die! A nice little spark critter would be nice. Well, I guess not. Womp womp. So, fun fact, Crash Bandicoot 4 was started in 2017, and then they shifted to Spyro Reignited. That's something that a lot of people don't know, is that it wasn't like, Crash Bandicoot did so well, we're going to do Spyro next. It was kind of like, next up is, okay, new Crash game. But then something happened, which I have my own thoughts on what happened. Not going to reveal it because I'm not 100% sure, but basically it led to, we'll do Spyro first. I think part of it, I don't know if it's the exact reason, but I think part of it has to do with the fact that this was going to be Spyro's, or Toys for Bob's, first game in Unreal. And Spyro was also kind of used, I think, as kind of a training for Toys for Bob for when they were going to do Crash Bandicoot 4. Because again, originally, it was just this thing. Okay, can't turn. Heck. So, Crash Bandicoot 4's development, and also too, they were kind of doing Crash Bandicoot multiplayer alongside Crash 4. They were doing it along the side, so, you know, and then, which turned into Crash Team Rumble, which... Oh, come on! So close. There we go. Done. Scorchus is standing there, menacingly. There. Done.
Hi, Bianca. Did you bring any more food? I'm starving.
There's no time for that, Hunter. We have to stop the sorceress. She's gonna kill all the dragon hatchlings.
Wait a minute. Why should I trust you? This could be another trap.
You're in a cage, you furry numbskull. How can I trap you by letting you out?
I don't know. You sorceress types can be sneaky.
I never thought we were gonna hurt the dragons. Come on, we don't have time for this.
Nose, stop leaking like a faucet. It would be preferable. It would just stop.
Spyro, I know you don't trust me,
No, we
but I
don't.
want to help you stop the sorceress.
Yeah, Bianca, yeah. Move on. Here we is, the final stage. Well, here we are, Pismo Beach, with all the clams you can eat.
Well, Spyro, look what I have here. It's a life-size space monkey action figure, complete with a fully operational laser. I'd love to let him out so you can play with him, but the sorceress seems to think he's a menace.
Nah, you can keep him.
You don't want to free him? Oh, what's the matter, little dragon? Are you just jealous that no one's ever made an action figure out of you?
Reject monkey. Reject dragon. Go monkey.
Well, well, Spyro, look what I have.
Elena just donated $50 through Super Chat. Oh my gosh. Thank you. Love Gets fired. Add the 3D printer fund. Elena, thank you. Thank you for your support, Elena. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are appreciative of that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Elena.
You've had a weakness for helping silly little creatures, haven't you, Spyro?
Thank you.
Oh, well, I suppose there couldn't be any harm in letting him out. Could there?
You're about to find out. You about to find out, boy.
Woohoo! I'm free! Thanks, Spyro! Ooh, say, you ever see a bear dance?
No.
Let's find out.
Your lucky day. Check this out. Dancer, isn't he? Not much stamina, though. Too bad I had a lot more ammo left. Anyway, I heard all about how you've been fighting the sorceress and her armies and kicking all that butt, and I just wanted to say, huzzah! Yippee! Woohoo! Wish I could stay, but my homeworld's been overrun by Rhinox since I've been captured. If you happen to see the sorceress, tell her I'll be giving her dancing lessons real soon. Know what I mean?
Know what I mean?
You bet. Later!
He's got a gun. All right. Can I interest anybody in a nerd? Oh, the kids that love the kids were all over it.
Did you see a Rhinoc? I thought I saw a Rhinoc. Ooh, take it from me, Spyro. Never spend a week in a cage. Next thing you know, your whole island will be knee-deep in Rhinocs. Well, gotta go, Mr. Laser Blaster, and I have a whole lot of work to do.
Oh, I think Agent 9 has more than ADHD.
Agent 9, my favorite pupil. Welcome back to my island laboratory.
I think you got the ADHD, OCD, a lot of DDs. I think he's got a little bit more than ADHD.
Oh, it'll be just like...
Oh, fun fact. I remember when I got a bunch of hate because I called Agent 9 a spastic monkey. There was a small group of like 4 people that were trying to say that what I said was horrible. Yeah. Yeah, I was kind of perplexed by that as well. Like, hold on. Really? It's a UK slur? You want the definition is over here? In medicine, the adjective spastic refers to an alteration in muscle tone affected by medical conditions, spasticity, which is well known symptomatic of phenomena seen in patients with wide range, relating to or affected by a muscle spasm. That's
spastic.
That's right, because when a muscle has a spasm, it like it vibrates, right, and moves really quickly. So it's a slur.
A vast number of Rhinox out.
I've heard of this, of a derogatory term of calling someone a spaz. Yeah, I've heard that, but I didn't call him that. So he was spastic, just like he was all over the place.
A vast number.
I don't know. And part of the reason why I used it is because I thought it rolled off the tongue. It was, I called him a spastic space monkey, you know. I thought it was, it kind of, it rolled off the tongue. But it is a genuine word. Like, it's not like, a made up word. I hate the strafing. But I will be... I will... one half, I will try to, keep an eye out on making sure that, we don't say terrible things, but at the same token of time, it's also like, if you see somebody who's typically very family friendly, and then they turn around and they casually say something that may come off as not so family friendly, but it's not like a flat out bad word, it's a slang for something, I would hope that one person would give a benefit of the doubt and be like, I wonder if that word is not so offensive over there. You know what I mean?
You cleared them out. Let's see what kind of shape the machine room is in. I have a feeling the Rhinox haven't been keeping it too clean.
If that makes sense, Like, if you see someone just casually talking, and again, they typically are family friendly, and they typically, and they turn around, they say something casually, and it is kind of like a slang, but it's not a world-renowned word as bad. I think most people would give the person the benefit of the doubt, in my opinion.
Just as I thought, the machine room is overrun with birds. To target the birds in their nests, you'll want to use sniper mode. then zoom in for pinpoint accuracy.
Go.
Nice work, Agent 9.
Every slur. It's like every region, so it may be worth considering people have different phrases, meanings for things, but of course we never want to offend. No, we don't want to offend. Like I'm not sitting here saying, I want the things that I say, I want to offend you. No, like, no. But also,
now I can switch the...
You know, at the same token of time, if what I say offends you... I don't know. Not trying to be offensive, but at the same token of time, it's like, you know... There we go. Like, boy howdy, I have a... Like, with me and my Spyro conspiracy theories, I have offended a great number of people.
The lab's clear, and it smells better.
I've made so many people angry at some points. And yeah, here we are. Yeah, I know Travis. Oh, my neck.
By my calculations, the bombs in this handy vending machine should be highly effective against armor. Give it a shot.
Go. Like, here we go. I'll tell you a hot take that a lot of people would be offended by, but I genuinely believe. You ready? You ready? Oh, it's spicy. Oh, it's so spicy. Oh, you might not be able to handle the heat. I genuinely believe that the community days that we hosted helped. It helps, and it's nothing but a benefit to trying to get Spyro to make a comeback. And that I think that when so many people sit down and they show their love for a game, it makes game devs want to be able to be like, you know what, let's make that game. I think the Spyro Community Day is a big deal that we do. I truly believe that the Spyro Community Days are a big factor in these type of things, because it shows when you do that and you participate in that kind of stuff, it shows that, hey, people are excited, right? And that's just me. I do believe that they do help. And some people would disagree. Some people would say they're useless. And some people would say, oh, okay, it doesn't help that much. But no, I do. I think that I find excitement is infectious. It's hard if you are in a room and you are a neutral party. You're just a neutral party. You're not a angry party or a happy party. You're a neutral party. And you're surrounded by 10 people who are excited about something and you're fairly neutral for it. You'll find that you most likely will get you excited as well. Even though you're not really excited for that thing, if you're surrounded by people who are excited, it's infectious. Of course we're going to be having it this year. We're probably going to be having it this in September. That's typically when we do it. It's around September. Close. We typically try to aim for like the closest, like, you know, like a Saturday or Friday closest to the anniversary of Spyro, or in the ballpark of that. There we go. Oh, my nose. The Force Bar community, I mean, how insane do we go? I mean, we go even more insane. I mean, one year we got the Spyro Twitter account to participate. So, if they have announced it before Spyro Community Day, could you imagine if they announced it on Spyro Community Day, though? Could you imagine? Hold on, like, for example, one second. Let me look this up real quick. When on. All right. September 9th, that's right. So hold on. Just out of curiosity. September 9th this year lands on a Tuesday. It would be absolutely insane. I would probably die. Yeah. Yeah, I think that I would be in hysterics. Go. My height mirror would kaboom. Yeah, I think it would be. I would be pretty much just losing my mind. Oh, come on! Didn't realize I didn't have any more sparks. Try to long range this one. Oh, we do Spyro Community Day every year, though. Cosmic Kaiju Animation. We do it every year. Why is this such a pain in the derriere?
Just a few more enemies.
problem isn't strafing. The problem is the fact that if I try to, I can't strafe while throwing a bomb, right? How may I help Spyro become more popular? You throughout the year you can talk about Spyro, you can make art about Spyro, post about Spyro on social media, whether it be by a video or it could be a video, it could be just a post being like, yeah, I really want a Spyro 4. And then on Spyro Community Days, participate and, you know, retweet, hang out with people, talk about Spyro. You know, that's what you can do. And then you can retweet you can repost, like, not take it down and, you know, post on your page, but retweet other people's art, right, of Spyro and show it off, right? The thing is, the biggest thing is that, and this is the advantage that we have, is that Spyro has a advantage because it's a nostalgic IP, right? It's been around for years and years and years and years and years and years. And because he's been around for so long, what we're also trying to do is we're trying to get people back who played Spyro as a kid, right? That's one of the things that, you know, I think is really fun about Spyro is the fact that that so many people did play Spyro as a kid, or at least heard of Spyro when they were a kid. And even though they're adults now, it's like, hey, why don't you try it out? And then typically it's always like, oh man. And then because also too, adults show their kids, right? If you have kids, adults will be like, hey, you know, so and so, check it out, and then the kid wants to play it. Oh, I'm sorry, Hotshot. Well, we appreciate you being here, man. Thank you. We appreciate you hanging out with us, chilling, relaxing. Snoop Dogg loves Spyro. Yeah, he does. He most certainly does. So, also, guys, I threw my name in. I'm not sure how, if I'm going to get it. I hope I'll get it. We be chillin' and lurkin'. Well, we love our chillin' and lurkin' supporters. Exit through the entrance. All right, let's go see. Let's go take a look. It's gonna feel weird, but I'll do it for you, Ori. Oh, my neck.
The sizzle of a high-energy laser on the back end of a Rhinoc. Too bad the sorceress didn't send more of them. I was really getting into the zone. Well, now that my island is safe again, I guess I'll have to go Rhinoc hunting elsewhere. Are you headed out? See you later, alligator.
See you later. You gotta love Agent 9. Gotta love it. Oh yeah, as usual, if anybody does order anything from the Etsy store tonight, I will, of course, sign it if you want me to. I'll sign it. Signed, sealed, delivered. It's yours. It's not the same rhythm. Alright, so We're going to head back to Evening Lake because we have to go to Lost Fleet, Fireworks Factory, and Honey Speedway because Hunter is now free. And away we go. Oh, pain. Alright, we gotta go back to Lost Fleet. Would you ever play Rayman 2 and 3 on the channel? Always open for that, sure. Ori! Donated around $5. Thank you! Thanks for the shout out. Also reignited, made me love Agent 9 even more with the improved controls. Yeah, same. That was the biggest improvement in the side characters was Agent 9. Agent 9 was such an improvement in a good way. Sergeant Bird kind of made things a little bit easy. Sheila was about the same. Bentley was the only one that was like, a little bit worse overall.
Spyro, you're just in time.
Thank you so much for the $5, Ori. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you everyone for your support tonight.
Slower than a molten crater fire slug. I stuck up for you though. I told them I've seen some pretty fast fire slugs.
All right, here we go. Bring them on.
Right on.
It might be good if I do tricks. This is bad. This is bad. That was good. To the moon, Alice! To the moon! Tricks? Who needs them? You may ask what that was. My answer is, I have no idea. Choo! By the by, did anyone see Moana 2? And side question, was anyone else kind of disappointed with it? Or am I a single Pringle in that? Because it's like, wow, this is not as good.
Yes! You schooled them like a bunch of dizzy one-toed sand norks. Oh yeah, I guess we won this egg too.
I have zero interest in Moana 2. Yeah. Yeah. It was... All right, you ready?
Now that the Rhinox are gone, do you want to try a real check?
All the crowds in the course and still beaming the race. Want to give it a shot? You're on, pal.
All right. Eat
You ready for this? You ready for this? Do you what is you ready for the plot twist for Moana? There is no plot twist. It's like, imagine they're like, we need to go beat the bad guy. Let's do it. And then they did. To anyone who watched it, tell me I'm wrong. What plot twist was there? I'll tell you the plot twist. The plot twist is that there was no plot twist. Here's the plot twist. Like, for example, Moana 1. What was the plot twist? The massive plot twist was Tika was Tafiti. That was what was cool about it. Was just like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. The bad guy is the good girl that we're trying to save the whole time. Okay, I get it. That's cool. I loved the first Moana, though. I loved the first Moana. I really did. I really enjoyed it. My wife and I both enjoyed it. We loved it. I did not like Moana 2. I loved Moana 2. Or Moana 1. I loved the first Moana. I really did. And I don't know why. I did not like the second one. I didn't. I just felt like it landed flat for me. And I'm not like a mega Disney hater either. I'm not like one of those people that are like, Disney needs to die. No, I'm not one of those, you know. But at the same token of the time, I'm like, man. You see, I disagree. I loved Frozen 2. I liked Frozen 2 more than I liked Frozen 1. The one thing that I thought was funny about Frozen 2 is that you could tell that there was a whole bunch of the story they had to cut because they went too deep with it for kids to be able to grasp it. We gotta reset the race. Now, I will admit, the songs in Frozen 1, most of them are pretty good. But Frozen 2's story, I was like, geez, this one's good. Frozen 2 is better than Moana 2. That I agree with. Like, yes, everyone talks about Into the Unknown. Everyone talks about Let It Go, but have you heard of Into the Unknown? Hope is obsessed with Frozen, and she okay. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. My daughter, we always put her hair up in a bun, right? Or a braid. We always do when we go out. If we are driving and Let It Go comes on, at the peak that where I'm never going back, the past is in a past, Hope grabs her bun, rips out the hair tie at the let it go, and she's pulling her and then I see her arms up in the air and the braids is going everywhere. Oh. We were on our way to church the one day, and and Frozen was about to come on, and my wife was like, "No, turn it off!" She said, I spent so long on her hair this morning. Do not play it.
Now that
He's like, dude, she's gonna rip it all out if you play Frozen. She's timed it perfectly. Oh, it's so funny. Can we agree Wreck-It Ralph 2 was a huge mess? Oh man, I can't wait for them to come out with Wreck-It Ralph 2. I love Wreck-It Ralph 1 so much that I emotionally connected with that movie on a level that made me be obsessed with it for a year back in college. I can't wait for them to release a second one because, yeah. Can't wait. I'm sure it'll be just as good as the first one. Bye, Hunter. Rest in pepperoni. Did he respawn? It's already out. I'm being sarcastic. Wreck-It Ralph 2 was awful. It was... Oh, hi, Hunter. It was like, man, we had this fantastic movie. How could we botch it in the worst way possible? And then they figured it out, and they did it.
Sheesh, I can't believe you beat me. You must have been practicing the whole time I thought you were looking for eggs. Hey, speaking of which, one of those crabs was guarding this one.
Okay, Coco, like, made me, cry. Hey, Ori, with another $5. Thank you. Another underrated Disney sequel, Aladdin and the King of Thieves. Wasn't crazy about that one. Wasn't crazy, but it wasn't bad. Wasn't crazy about it, but it wasn't bad. I'm trying to think of, like, some of the underrated sequels. I feel like The Lion King 2 was, like... I feel like Lion King 2, specifically like Kovu, was like such an inspiration for like the entire furry community. Like, do you know how many like growing up, how many pieces of art that I've seen? Coco 2 always makes me ugly cry. Yeah, no, Coco is really good. I really enjoyed Coco. Oh, we just watched The Wild Robot. Oh! Oh! If you haven't seen it, The Wild Robot. Oh! Oh! Oh, it is so good. Is it on Amazon Prime, I think? It's on one of the 8,000 streaming channels that's apparently allegedly better than cable. I say allegedly. Ah, it's up. Is it up there? Yeah, it's up there. Okay. No, The Wild Robot's great. My wife was ugly crying by the end of it. She was ugly crying, but no, she wasn't ugly crying because she's beautiful. No, but she was sobbing. My wife was sobbing by the end of it, and I just kind of held her close, and she's like, "It was so good." No, I'm not going to spoil anything about it. I'm not going to spoil anything about it, but it's really good. Where is that blasted gem? Oh yeah, I've seen the Iron Giant. I am Superman. Yeah, I've seen the Iron Giant. Iron Giant's good. Oh. Oh, I know, Sparks. I'm trying to get Sparks to help me. Oh boy, I'm going to have an unpopular opinion about this one. I didn't mind Zootopia. I didn't quite understand the, like, people acting like it was the greatest thing ever. Like, I didn't hate it. And I liked it. I liked it. It had really good parts. It was really funny. I don't know. There it is. I didn't understand. You see, that was my problem with the first Frozen. When I was told, oh, the first Frozen is the greatest thing I've ever seen ever for the history of forever. I've seen it 6 times in theaters from grown adults. I was like, wow, okay, this movie must be great. Saw it and I was like, fine. But it's like it's a Disney film. Like, it's just a classic, regular, old Princess Disney film for me, and it was like, it's fine, nothing wrong with it. And then the one girl I went to college with, yeah, I've seen it in theater at least 6 times. I'm like, why? In my brain, that's all I was just, why? I mean, to each their own, of course. Here I am playing Spyro. But I didn't really get the hype behind the first Frozen. And so when I was watching the second Frozen, I was like, oh boy, here we go. And people were like, oh, it wasn't as good as the first, and all, you know. And I watched it, I was like, this movie's awesome. There's lore, there's story, it's deep, but you can tell, and I keep saying this, you can tell that the movie was gonna go deeper, and they had to cut like 35 minutes out from it to be able to make it make sense for kids, because they were going for like a Lord of the Rings. Also, I have no interest in seeing the live-action Snow White. I really just don't. It's just, I don't know. It is, eh. I do want to see the live-action Lilo and Stitch, though. Straight up. Is there birds up there? It's gotta be it. I do want to see the live-action Lilo and Stitch. It actually looks pretty good. I don't know what to do. Missing 6 gems. So it's one of the birds again. I gotta shut these birds down. Okay, I know I shot these down for sure. Up was really good. I saw Up two or 3 times in theaters. I can't remember how many times. I really liked Up. Up was really good. Up was really emotional from just like from the get-go all the way to the end. It was really good. Yeah, no, again, I am... Ooh, good question. Off topic, but CTR2 or Crash 5? Amir, you're asking the hard questions. I'm going to say this. I'll say this for the response to that. If we are going to get, if for CTR2, I would want to ask a question. And that question would be, how long, what's the business model of CTR2, and how long are they thinking about supporting it for? Because if they turn around and they're like, yeah, it's going to be the same thing as before, I think I would go for Crash Bandicoot 5. But if they turn around and they promise a good amount of post-support, then if they're like, yeah, we'll do a whole bunch of post-launch support, longer than we did before, we had a whole bunch of, we didn't expect the success that we had, blah, 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 etc., etc. I think I already got those bills. Yeah, I did. But if they're like, oh yeah, no, it's going to be very similar scale to the first CTR, and we're just going to support it for about 2 a year, and then we'll stop it again, then yeah, and a more stable online, then yeah, I think I would go with Crash Bandicoot 5. Nope, I did not want to push that. That is not the button I wanted to push. Well then, what time is it? Oh, is it really 10:47? Oh. About time for Q&R. We have just enough for one more stream. Oh. Oh, come on. Why is this not working now? Come on, camera. Why are you... Camera. Calling Mr. Camera. Mr. Camera, can you please work? What was that? Whoop. Hold on. Properties, filters, transform, yeah. And 0. Done. Do this. And then pull this down to there. Pull this down to there. Thank you. And ta-da! So we're going to leave the stream open for another 10-15 minutes. If you guys got any questions, please fire them away. Also, and I'm saying this because I've noticed this has happened. If you do want to send a donation, I would recommend to send it within, like, before I click off. Because if I start counting down and then you send a donation, I feel really bad when it's like I go one, bye-bye. As I'm clicking end, the donation alert comes up, and I'm clicking end, and then I feel bad because I don't get the thank you for your amazing support. So. Would you like an Astrobot 2? And what ideas around story/mechanics do you want to have? I couldn't come up with a better idea than what they came up with, so I'd say yes, give me Spyro, or give me Astrobot 2, and work your magic. Work your magic, Asobi. What are your thoughts on Pac-Man turning 45 this year? I mean, yeah, it makes sense. Pac-Man is a legendary IP. It's really hard to it's really hard to go through gaming history without mentioning Pac-Man. You're kind of right. You are right, Liza Oasis. You are right. If you were to host a talk show, who would be your guest? Well, the whole point of a talk show is you would have many guests, right? So, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe developers. I think that would be really cool to kind of. It would be kind of cool to do like a Logan Paul-esque podcast with like game devs and stuff. Would you want Spyro 4 to have some type of multiplayer? On one hand, I've said before, I love great ideas. I love fantastic ideas, and I would be open to any and all fantastic ideas. Having said that, I couldn't come up with a great idea that would justify the resources that would be needed to be able to make a good multiplayer Spyro title. Again, it's not a matter of I don't think it is a good idea. It's just a matter of I don't know. Right? So. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But, as I stated at the start of the stream, hey, Elijah K donated $2 to Super Chat. Thank you so much. Which video game protagonist is most similar to you? Chat, what do you think? What? I don't know. Am I just a special snowflake? Or... I'm trying to think. Thank you for the $2. Who's loud, gets hyped about things, I don't know. Chat, what do you think? Wow, Luigi! Wow! There we go. Yes. Engine. I love being a part of the engine crew. Wario. Waha! Kratos. I hope version 2 of Kratos. Boy. Sparks. So very famously on stream, I cried very famously on stream, I believe I cried for Ori and the Will of the Wisps. Like, when I think back to a game that caught me off guard, Ori and the Will of the Wisps caught me pretty bad. That was ow. Ow. I know some of the mods were here. I know that. I believe Caroline was here. I'm trying to think of who else was there. I know there was a number of regulars there. There was a number of regulars watching me finish up Ori Will of the Wisp, and everybody was just gobsmacked at the end. Everyone was like... It was just like... I just sat there for like a solid minute of silence. I was just like... my heart. My heart feels sad now. I was just like, ow, my heart. But in just a general piece of media, Arcane was a big one. Arcane was a big, like, I'm feeling so much. I want to, I like, for a day, I genuinely felt like depressed after Arcane finished, because it was like, it was over, and I was sad because it was over. The ending was emotional. It all was emotional. Again, I still think it's hysterical when I say, I love Arcane. It makes me cry every time. If you love crying, Arcane is great. Just cry the whole show. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. By the way, they released a music video today, Caroline. Did you see it? I was just like, I feel like my emotions have gotten better with Arcane. I think I can watch it again. And then they were like, oh yeah, by the way, one last dance. Here's a music video. And I was just like, let's watch this again. And I watched it. I was like, I was like, Is it on YouTube? Yes. Yes, hold on. You'll see it right away. Here, I'll show you real quick. I won't play it because I don't want to get copyright struck. But yeah, it's if you are familiar with the franchise or the series and you're seeing this, already you're feeling things. I can send to you. Like I said, if you just see the thumbnail, and if you've watched season 2, you're gonna be like, oh no! Think you will watch later. No problem. All right, guys, we got like 5 more minutes before we can wrap it up. And then we're going to be heading out. The things that make me cry are my favorite. Yeah, I know, right? I'll let you know how much I'm crying later. Thanks. No problem. There isn't like there isn't much that gets me emotional, but sometimes sometimes things hit you a certain way. They just get you. They hit you a certain way, a Southwest Warrior, and you're just like, oh, my heart. In modern times, I'll also tell you, I really enjoyed like Wreck-It Ralph. Like the moment of him falling and holding on to the little necklace and saying, I'm bad and that's good. I'll never be good and that's not bad. There's no one else I'd rather be than me. That was one of the first times in a long time where something as simple as that, like, broke me. I don't know what it was when I was a kid, or not when I was a kid, but when I was in college, I heard that. And for some reason, it just hit me a certain way, and I started like sobbing. And I don't know why. It hit me a certain way. And I just felt so sad. And yeah. But you're not the bad guy. Yeah. I'm trying to think of any other Disney movies that just caught me off guard. Coco, I mentioned earlier, Coco was one. Coco caught me off guard. I feel like for the first time in a long time, Wreck-It Ralph was one that caught me off guard when I first saw it. It just hit me a certain way. It just hit me in a way that I didn't expect. Land Before Time was sad, but for me, I don't know. It didn't hit me as that. Elemental was really good. I really liked Elemental. I really liked Elemental. All right, real quick. Um, so just looking over the past little bit, I didn't see Mufasa the Lion King. Moana 2 was eh. I didn't see Inside Out 2 yet. Luca was really good. I really liked Luca. Luca was cool. Turning Red, it wasn't for me, and I know that. So, kind of like I know it wasn't for me. Soul was weird. Soul felt like two like movies that like were made and they couldn't figure out what to do with it, and so they just like slapped them together and they were like, okay, done. Elemental, great. Strange World, can't say I saw it. Lightyear, wasn't a fan. Encanto made me mad. Because here's the thing. The first 2 acts of Encanto were great. And the way that the resolution came along, it was not... It made me mad. Because I felt like they fumbled it. I feel like they fumbled it. And that's why Encanto makes me angry. Encanto makes me angry because I feel like they fumbled the end. I feel like they set up a beautiful layup, and then they just went... I didn't like the end. I did not like the end. I just feel like it just landed wrong, and I'm like, oh! And I'm mad about it because to me, it's so good. The first 2 acts, I'm like, this is a great movie. Disney, you're doing great. And then I just felt like the last, not even like the last act, we'll say like the last quarter, I felt like it was just like, I was like, God, you were this close! So, Raya and the Last Dragon. Oh, that one was a woof for me. I was just like, that one was just like, no, for me. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And it's terrible because it's got dragons in it. I thought, dragons! Dope! And Raya was just... I don't know what it was. The pacing was just awful. I don't know. Onward was fine. It was good. It was fine. Frozen 2. Muy caliente. Very good. Toy Story 4. I didn't even watch it because I was so angry that it exists. Ralph Breaks the Internet. Never heard that one before. Incredibles 2. Good. Little bit of a letdown, just a little bit. I don't know. I expected more. I remember the Screen Slave when that we saw it in theater. When that disco scene happened, we went blind. We genuinely were seeing spots for the rest of the movie. We're like, what on earth were they thinking? Coco, perfect. Cars 3, surprisingly good. I actually I enjoyed it. Moana, I really enjoyed Moana. Finding Dory is good. It's fun. It's good. It's cute. I think that's a good way to describe it. It's cute. It's not as good as Finding Nemo. It's cute. Zootopia, good. The Good Dinosaur. I hated that movie so much. I hate The Good Dinosaur. I hate it. It's, hey, the movie's an hour and 42 minutes long. How many times can we screw the main character over and over again in an hour and 42 minutes and then try to pass it off as a coming of age story? No, I hated The Good Dinosaur. I hated it. It was awful. I hated that movie. I hated it. Because they're like, hey, let's just, beat the snot out of the main character for an hour and 42 minutes, and he returns to his family as a broken, scarred child that didn't deserve any of it. Inside Out was great. Love Big Hero 6. Planes, Fire and Rescue, didn't watch it. Frozen, fine. Planes, didn't watch it. Monsters University, pretty good. Wreck-It Ralph, amazing. Frankenweenie, didn't watch that one. Brave, I liked Brave. Brave was good. Tangled is amazing. I'm just going to go through the ones that I really like now because there's Romeo and Juliet, I guess. I didn't know that was owned by Disney. Anyway, let me see here. Tangled was great. Toy Story 3 was great. Princess and the Frog was good. There was a section here where it was almost all of the movies that they came out were bangers. Almost all of them. Let's see here. You have Up, Bolt, WALL-E, Enchanted, Ratatouille, Meet the Robinsons, Cars, The Wild, Chicken Little, Valiant. Most of these were good movies. I don't think that was a Valiant was a Disney movie. I think they're owned by Disney now. Pooh's Hufflepuff movie, The Incredibles, Home on the Range, Brother Bear. Brother Bear is a good one. If you haven't seen that one's really good. Yeah, it's just like there was sections of Disney that were like, these are all bangers, and then it's like hit and miss. Yeah. So, last thing, How to Train Your Dragon. I loved How to Train Your Dragon. I really enjoyed them. I really do. One day I want to go to Burke. Universal has a thing that's like, oh, you can go and see Burke. And I'm like, I really, really, really want to go there, but I can't. I can't afford to go to. I can't afford to go to Florida almost ever, so it's a matter of like, hey, yay. But anyways, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for watching. We will be back hopefully tomorrow. I'm excited to get back tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video and our live stream. Time for the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye.